everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a really quick reading. I have to um, open the door for my godbrother. He asked me if I could sew something, and I was told what it was, but I don't really know what it is, so I will see when he's here. And then I had to bring him to the airport tomorrow because it's actually before midnight. So, um, I don't think it should be a big project or whatever I have to do, because I think maybe he would have said something about that because I also have my externship that I'm starting tomorrow. And I have been talking about it on my other channel, so I'm not going to get too much into it just because I'm pressed for time. And this card keeps flipping. It's the Nine of Pentacles, and that's in the feature position. I don't know if it's the fan, because like it's weird because I have the fan on every time I'm in the room, but it could be how far I have the laptop to where I am. And it's almost like it was flipping it. It did that twice and then it flipped all the way around the third time of being towards the present position. And it almost seemed like it was reversed. So maybe there's some stuff that like you have control over or that is possible to do right now. So it could be like not waiting last minute to do something. Then the other cards kind of shifted, so I'm gonna turn them over the way that they are. Overall energy is the Emperor, but the card that flew out from the Archangel Oracle is Patience, Archangel Jovial. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize, still they need nurturing and patience. Which makes sense for the Nine of Pentacles because the Nine of Pentacles kind of feels like a workhorse energy. And as I said that, I was like getting a little fatigued. So it could be something where um maybe you feel like there's a little more downtime, but in that downtime there could be chances where you could incorporate a little bit of um like work, not like if you're um not working, but this seems like a downtime, you could do proactive things. In the present position, it's the Queen of Swords. So it could be something that's mentally taxing too. But it like with this, it's almost saying it is the glory to you, great hero, but the saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, I think it's the saying. So there could be energy of needing to adjust your time and it may not be the most fun, but at the same time, it is valuable to do that because it seems necessary, and I guess you could say it's like being ahead, but at this point, I think it's necessary because um, it helps things move forward. So, Emperor Major Arcana, the obstacle, High Priestess Major Arcana. And I don't know, I've been catching up on sleep, so I don't think I'm like super tired necessarily. Since like I had what was kind of considered my last term, and then it jumps into a different section once we get into externship. There's something about timelines, because in the past it's the King of Cups. And there's something about like the crowd watching and how to overcome the obstacle. Again, the High Priestess is the Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, it feels like it's a saving type of energy. It's like you put the work in and then you spend a little and then you put some away. It kind of feels like that. So there's an energy of preparation. And the High Priestess gives idea of like either you and you were informed in some way, but the High Priestess at the same time, she has or he has those types of like there's like an awareness about it in some type of way. So the other oracle cards, gentleness, Archangel Saldaphon. Then it's interesting, it's with sensitivity. So Archangel Saldaphon with gentleness, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And then Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself in your feelings. So with the Queen of Swords and with this energy, it kind of feels like maybe that there's a lot going on like in the headspace for the Queen of Swords since um air or swords in a lot of decks, not all decks, are associated with air. And there's something about like opening the mind, or there's um it's like an energy that needs to keep going. Like there's a type of momentum here, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. It kind of tries to jump to the present where the Queen of Swords is. It didn't like it kept like moving and not really moving now. And then Gifts from God, another Archangel Saldaphon card. May angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Be open your arms to receive. Sorry. these are interesting cards, and I'll quickly go through them. So with the King of Cups, I was like getting some clarification. There is the Tower card, and the quote that came to me was like, it's from the Avatar: The Last Airbender, is and everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. So the tower, it's like things, it's like Jenga and it crashing down. And if it didn't, there's something about it that just seems like, well, situation wise, does it need to be like an actual empire that does that? Um, it's like with, I think that's the Jenga one with the tower kind of thing, and then you're trying to get pieces out from different spots so that um, like it stays, but it becomes more and more fragile. So there was something that like really shifted the reality of things. And again with the High Priestess, in the obstacle, and but in the past, like associated with the King of Cups, it's the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is one where maybe like it eats at you, and that could be like the Queen of Swords. It's like almost like a haunting type of um thought where it just like continuously comes back, and it it might be something to really work through with the Queen of Swords. And I think with the Queen of Swords right now, there might be like energy of overwhelm with it. So when it says gentleness, be very gentle with yourself and surround yourself with people, gentle people, situations, and environments. And then sensitivity, Archangel Haniel, you're extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So there could be things that like if you feel like it helps you, if you feel like it helps with like the stress or the tension or the day-to-day things, then it might be something to consider to like help alleviate things. Um because there's also like the patience with the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords, I think it was like kind of unexpected, like it ripped into you more than it was expected. Because when I think about the Three of Swords, it feels a little misplaced, but I feel like there's a place for it in the swords, but at the same time, I really I'm not one to like just dub it the heartbreak card. It doesn't really sit well with me necessarily. I feel like there could be a part of the meaning, but I think like the overall defining this card, it just doesn't do it for me. Like I feel like there's stuff that maybe needs to be redefined or like constructed. There's something that is the Queen of Swords, I feel like it's working through. And then the last card for clarification is the Three of Wands. So there could be, the word that was coming to me is like actually expectation. But it also could be like arrival too, because this is an energy, like the card is like an energy of knowing that things come back. And it could be like boomerang energy, but it's like also what you put towards it, it's what you will um, be able to work with in a way. Um, or like situations or what you make it. There's something about retrieval or something that it comes like boomerang energy, like it comes back. So, which makes sense because the future is trying to go to the present. So it's in a way like even though the future is in the future, it's still like going different areas of the timeline. So I thought that was like an interesting reading. With the Nine of Pentacles, this could be like a tiring time, but it's like the pressure that you put in, and then eventually, something will give in that way. But there's like exhaustion with it. Um, the main energy that I've been getting for this reading, and it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily think I'm super tired, but it could also be that I haven't been reading as much. But um, yeah, I do enjoy reading. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in another video.